Hello fellow teachers, I'm Sir Oliver and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel ko, please don't forget to subscribe at i-hit mo na yung post notification bell so that you will be updated on my latest video. So napakahalaga ng ating tutorial ngayon. Tuturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-prepare at mag-accomplish ng isang plan na kakailanganin natin this school year 2020 at 2021. At ito nga ang paggawa ng Weekly Home Learning Plan or WHLP. So itong plan na ito na gagawin ng mga subject teachers at advisors ay napaka-importante or napakahalaga sa mga parents at sa mga students dahil ito yung kanilang magiging aid or guide for the day-to-day nilang pag-aaral or pagsasagot ng mga learning tasks sa prescribed self-learning module na i-distribute ng schools about students. So ano ba yung mga kakailanganin natin for us to prepare and accomplish WHLP? Of course, kailangan natin ng template. So, maybe itong template na to ay manggagaling sa respective schools nyo para uniform yung pagkakagawa ng WHLP nyo. And then, the class program, ito yung oras at yung section na handle nyo. Depende kung ano yung inyong subject. So, itong class program ay binibigay din ng school or kung sino man yung naka-assign sa pag-craft ng isang magandang class program kasi marami ditong kino-consider. So, kailangan walang mga conflict subjects. So, kailangan ay aware kayo kung ano yung handle nyong subjects at kung anong oras at araw siya. And then, we have the pivot for a budget of work. So, alam ko na familiar na kayo dito kasi siya ay gamitin natin sa iba't ibang mga requirement or sa iba't ibang mga pinapagawa sa atin. So, dito nakalagay yung mga learning competencies at yung number of days taught. Ayan. So, we have the prescribed SLM. So, katulad nung sinabi ko sa aking previous video about SLM. So, meron pong ibababa yung inyong division or from the region to division to district kung ano bang modules yung gagamitin nyo, yung prescribed. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano lang yung modules na naka-assign na gamitin nyo. So, yun po yung gagamitin because we are seeing a lot of references sa internet. So, pwede lang natin siyang gamitin as our references in preparing our assessment tool. Pero yung module talaga na gagamitin ay ito yung pinaka-prescribed na gagamitin sa inyong division or sa inyong district. And then, you have here the assessment tools. So, as a subject teacher, kailangan mag-prepare ng assessment tools. So, we all know different forms of assessment. So, it can be in a written works or performance-based. So, pwede kayong mag-create ng assessment tool na multiple choice type, fill in the blanks, or different types of tests. And of course, kailangan siya ay naka-angkla or naka-inline with the learning competency. Kung ano yung pinaka-learning targets. So, pwede rin namang performance-based or project-based at most importantly, pwede rin tayo dito ng mga reflective assessment by means of making mga math journal writing or any forms of journal writings. Mga pagsulat ng mga sanaysay, mga analysis, term papers, etc. Okay? So, ano naman yung kailangan nating i-prepare? So, kailangan nating mag-prepare ng dalawa. So, isang weekly home learning plan per subject, kung ano yung handle nating subject. For example, ako, ang hawak ko ay Math 8 and ESP 8. Of course, I need to prepare a weekly home learning plan in my subject handled, yung Math 8 at ESP 8. So, depende sa inyo kung ano yung hawak nyong subject. Kung ilan yung hawak nyong subject, of course, yun yung i-prepare nyong weekly home learning plan. And then, ito naman ay para sa mga advisor, kailangan din mag-prepare ng advisor ng weekly home learning plan sa kanilang section na handled. Kasi nga, magkakaiba tayo ng class program. So, syempre, nakadepende yung gagawin yung WHLP sa schedule ng inyong hawak na advisory class. So, wherein, yung WHLP ay madali lang if meron na yung kada subject. So, you just consolidate it and copy-paste lang yung pinaka-content sa isang template na gagamitin nyo. Okay, so ang focus natin sa video na ito ay ang mga parts ng weekly home learning plan. Ano ba yung mga parts na dapat sundin? So what's in the weekly home learning plan? Ano ba yung mga content at ano ba yung mga ilalagay sa isang weekly home learning plan? So ano ba yung template? And then magpapakita rin ako sa inyo ng sample weekly home learning plan na ginawa ko sa Mathematics 8, and of course it is applicable in all grade and subject areas. And then ituturo ko sa inyo paano ba mag-accomplish ng isang weekly home learning plan. Okay, so weekly home learning plan, it will be based on the actual class program. It must be prepared by the subject teacher. So yung subject teacher, kung ano yung handled yung subjects, and then it will be consolidated by the class advisor. So you need to submit your weekly home learning plan to the respective advisor. And of course, it should be approved first or reviewed first by your principal, OIC, or head teacher. Of course, bago natin isubmit sa mga class advisor, kailangan muna yan ay naaprubahan at napacheckan natin sa ating principal, OIC, or head teacher. So by the way, shoutout nga pala kay Sir Luna na aming OIC Assistant School Principal 2 for checking and reviewing our weekly home learning plan. So thank you so much, sir, kung napanood mo tong video na to. So this weekly home learning plan will serve as a guide for the parents or guardians who will support the learnings of their child. So in accomplishing the learning task cited in the module per week for the whole quarter, since face-to-face interaction is very limited. So bakit ba merong weekly home learning plan tayo? Kasi ito yung magsisilbing guide ng mga parents natin para maiwasan na rin yung talagang pagtatanong, kasi sobrang dami nating students. What if magtanong yan? Ma'am, sir, ano po yung pages na sasagutan? Ano po yung pag-aaralan? So kaya nga meron na tayong plano. Ito na yung kanilang susundan. Kung magtanong man sila, siguro iilang mga students na lang kapag hindi masyadong naintindihan kung ano yung nakalagay sa ating plano. Kaya we will make sure na yung ating plano na gagawin ay clear at detailed, so that may iwasan yung pagtatanong ng mga students or parents. But then again, students must be free every day for the consultation. So alam naman natin na mayroong mga learners or may mga parents na minsan ay hindi talaga naiintindihan or lubusang nauunawaan kung ano yung nakalagay natin sa ating plano, para makapag-ask sila ng questions. As what I've told you, limited kasi yung face-to-face, unlike before na hindi new normal, ay madaling makapagtanong yung mga students. So this weekly home learning plan will serve the copies of the weekly home learning plan per grade and section will be distributed to the parents before the start of the teaching and learning activities. So dapat probably bago sumapit ang August 24, that will be the start of the teaching and learning activities, ay naipamigay na ang weekly home learning plan per section as well as the self-learning module. Ganun po dapat. It shall aid the teachers, parents, and students in keeping track of the day-to-day and off-school general learning processes as they implement the most suitable and feasible alternative learning modality based on the school context. So, whatever learning modalities ang napili ng school nyo, ay gagawa pa rin ng weekly home learning plan. Saan lang po magkakaiba? Sa mode of delivery. So, dun lang po nag-iiba. But other than that, kung ano man po yung plano na nakalagay doon ay yun po yung susundan. Of course, everyone will use the self-learning modules. Kailangan po lahat ay merong SLM na gagamitin nila as their general reference in their learning process. So, at kailangan makatanggap lahat ng mga students or ng parents na gagamitin nila sa paggabay sa kanilang mga anak ng weekly home learning plan. Sinabi dito day to day, no? Gagabayan sila day to day per week. So, ito na yung mga parts ng isang weekly home learning plan. You have the day and the time. Of course, kailangan ng class program. You have the learning area, the learning competency, the learning tasks, the mode of delivery. Yon. So, yun po yung mga parts ng isang weekly home learning plan. At i-discuss ko sa inyo ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng bawat parts ng isang weekly home learning plan. Okay, so eto fellow teachers, yung sample template na ginawa ko. So meron na siyang content. So yan po yung pinakita kong limang parts, so in table form, because one way of presenting the data well is using a table. So tabular form siya. So yan po yung sample ko na ginawa, that is for week 1, quarter 1. So let's start with the day and time. So it is based on your class program schedule this school year 2020 to 2021. So halimbawa ako ay meron akong 5 section na handle format. It of course, I will prepare 5 weekly home learning plan in Math 8. So magkakaiba lang sila sa day and time. So yun lang yung pinagkaiba nila, day and time. But other than that, yung ibang content ay pare-parehas lang of course. So, yun po yung kaibahan. So, ibibigay ko yung ginawa kong weekly home learning plan sa kanilang respective advisor para makopy nila or makonsolidate nila dun sa gagawin nilang weekly home learning plan sa kanilang section. So, weekly home learning plan na ipaprepare natin is good for the first quarter. So, 8 weeks yon. So, dun sa self-learning module natin ay good siya for 8 weeks. So, 8 linggong pag-aaral ng ating mga estudyante. So, ito yung mga date. So, for week 1, so August 24 to 28. So, week 2, August 31 to September 4. Week 3, September 7 to 11. Week 4, September 14 to 18. Week 5, September 21 to 25. Week 6, September 28 to October 2. Week 7, October 5 to 9. And for Week 8, October 12 to 16. So, therefore, ang gagawin nating weekly home learning plan ay buong first quarter na po. Isang bigayan na lang kasi nga ay limited yung face-to-face. So, ang hirap kapag nagbigay tayo ng plan ng lingguhan. So, kailangan isang buhos lang, bigay na natin yung plan nila para lingguhan na lang silang magsasubmit at alam na nila kung ano yung gagawin for the incoming weeks to come sa loob ng first quarter. So, how about the learning area? The subjects prescribed to be taken by learner in a particular grade level or key stage. So, katulad sa junior high school, so tayo ay key stage 3 kasi ay nag-iiba-iba yung subject per grade level. So, pag sinabi lang learning area, kung ano lang yung handle mong subject, halimbawa ako, Mathematics 8, so yun yung learning area. And I also handled pala ESP 8. So, yun po yung ibig sabihin ng learning area, kung ano yung subject na handled ngayong school year 2020 at 2021. So, yun yung ilalagay sa learning area. Learning competencies refers to the KSAVs or the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values that learners need to demonstrate in every lesson and or learning activity. So, yun nando sa ating self-learning module, meron na yung mga learning competencies. What are they expected to learn at the end of each module? And then, so itong learning competency ay makikita natin sa pivot for a budget of work. So, nandoon yung mga most essential learning competencies. So, we're in copy-paste lang tayo, but it should be based on the module din. So, kailangan ay, tugma. So, dito lang magkakaiba-iba sa mode of delivery. Depende kung ano yung learning modalities ang napili. Refers to the method of submission of learning outputs preferred by the learners. Example, online submission through email or LMS posting, personal submission by the parents or guardians in school, send outputs to Google Classroom account provided by the teacher or any other platform recommended by the school. Again, dito tayo magkakaiba sa mode of delivery. It depends on the school context or depende sa agreement ng stakeholders. Hindi lang natin kino-consider yung decision ng parents. And of course, we need to consider all the decisions of the stakeholders. And it must be agreed upon by all the parents, students, teachers, the heads, principals, etc. Ayan, the learning activities, formative learning opportunities created for learners to enhance their understanding of the content. So, yung ating mga SLM ay meron na yung mga learning tasks provided based on the learning competencies, nag-craft doon ng learning task. But then again, meron na pong answer key provided yung module and students will be checking their own work. But we need to always tell them or remind them the values of honesty and integrity. So again, etong learning test na to will not be the basis of grade. So pwede siya maging basis. So pwede nating i-assess yung kanilang performance kung most of their learning tasks ay nakakuha ng passing score. But then again, dito sa learning tasks or learning activities rather, the teacher must prepare another sets of assessment tools na gagamitin niya to assess their learning. So, ito yung magiging basis ng grades ng mga students. So, kailangan pa rin mag-prepare ng assessment tool. So, ano ba yung assessment tool? So, pwede siyang written works or performance task. So, ang gagawin ay pwede yung mga multiple choice type, pwede yung fill in the blanks, so pwede rin ng performance-based, output-based, and most importantly, kailangan din ng reflective approach. Okay, so ang ipapakita ko sa inyong sample yung ginawa kong weekly home learning plan. So ito ay for grade 8 Sampaguita. So of course, sa Sampaguita, I need to consider yung aking day and time based on my class program para alam ko kung kailan siya ibibigay or kailan nila gagawin yung task. This is for week 1, quarter 1 at ang ating date ay August 24 to 28. So therefore, sa unang linggo ng kanilang pag-aaral at pagsasagot ng mga activities cited in the module, ito yung kailangan nilang gawin. So nakalagay dito ang aking day and time based on my class program. Ito ay Wednesday, 12 to 4 p.m. So depende kasi kung strategic plan or anong class program ang ginawa ng inyong school. So, pwede siya good for 2 days, good for 1 day. So, ang amin kasi is good for 1 day siya. So, Wednesday to from 12 to 4 p.m. Ayan. So, kailangan nilang i-accomplish yung mga tasks. And then, yung learning area sa second column. So, Mathematics 8. Ayan. And then, third column, learning competencies. Again, tinignan ko yung pivot for a budget of work. At nakita ko na ang week 1 ay under ng MELC 1 at MELC 2. So, that is MELC 1. Ito yung factors completely, the different types of polynomials. I just copy-paste it. And then, makikita kayo dito ng bullets. Of course, that is prerequisite or yan yung mga enabling competency na kailangan ma-master ng mga students. And then, MELC 2, ito naman yung solves problems involving factors of polynomials. And then, you have here, ayan, yung solves problems involving algebraic expressions, that is the enabling competency. Again, titingnan natin yung learning competencies dun sa pivot budget, pivot for a budget of work. But then again, kailangan pa rin nating i-consider yung module, kailangan sila ay tally or parehas ng nilalaman. So, tingnan natin yung module 1 for week 1, kung ano ba yung mga learning competency doon. Then, ito na yung pinakamahalagang part, yung column 4, which is yung learning task. Kasi ito yung magiging gabay ng mga parents or ng students, most especially students, kung ano ba yung i-accomplish nila within that day or for the whole week. Para masubmit nila lahat ng mga kailangan ipagawa ng mga teachers. Pero kailangan, magbibigay kayo dito ng clear instruction. Halimbawa, yung ginawa kong una. Read and study well the lesson and examples regarding factoring polynomials. So, yun kasi yung una nilang makikita doon, yung concept notes. Pero may mga module na may mga pretest. So, ilagay nyo muna doon kung may mga pretest. Edi, answer muna. Answer the pretest cited in the module to diagnose or to know what you have learned or kung ano na yung natutunan nyo regarding doon sa lesson na yon. And then, nilagay ko dito, you may watch the video tutorial for a detailed and direct explanation of the lesson on my YouTube channel. The links will be sent through group chat or face group as your online reference. Since ako nga isang math teacher at isa sa mga platforms ko ay ang aking YouTube channel, kasi mahirap naman talaga magturo ng math nang walang tutorial. Since hindi nga natin may ibibigay yung direct instruction, ayun, kumuha ko ng YouTube channel para naman may access sila sa internet. Kung may access sila sa internet, makakapanood sila. And then, eto, next, do the following. So, eto na yung kanilang sasagutan. So, yung Module 1 for Week 1 ay merong 5 learning tasks. Ilalagay nyo lang, do the following learning task, page 6. And then, learning task 2, page 7. Ayan. And then, eto na yung ginawa ko na do or answer the assessment tool. So, dito ko i-base yung kanilang grade. So, meron akong math journal writing. So, nag-provide ako ng rubric for that. So, weekly meron silang journal. Meron mga guide questions yon. So, gagawa sila ng math journal writing for week 1. They also have the performance-based assessment. So, gagawa sila ng factoring brochure. So, of course, bibigay ko ninyong malinaw na guidelines, yung rubric for grading at ano yung ina-expect na output sa kanila. And then, lastly, meron silang learning activity sheets for week 1, activity numbers 1 to 8, so answers only. So, ito yung mga supplementary activities aside doon sa kanila mga learning tasks na sinagutan. So, wherein yung answer key, syempre, nasa teacher. So, the teacher will be the one to check their output. And then, yung mode of delivery ay personal submission by the parents, guardians, housemates in school. So, ito yung napagdesisyonan ng school namin na personal submission every Friday. So, yung Friday ay completion and submission of outputs. But then again, so dito tayo magkakaiba-iba sa mode of delivery. So, maraming factors na dapat i-consider, yung learning modality at yung consensus ng school tungkol sa inyong plano. So, ito na yung weekly home learning plan ng section ko. Ayan. So, that is for week 1, quarter 1. Ayan. So, we're in, di ba, tapos na akong gumawa ng aking weekly home learning plan. Yung ginawa ko ay isasubmit ko sa respective advisor nila, then gagawa naman ako for my advisory. So, ayan. So, nag-submit yung mga teachers sa akin ng kanilang weekly home learning plan at inilatag ko lang siya sa isang magandang plano. Halimbawa, day and time. Sa Monday, ang kanilang subject from 7 to 11 ay English 8. So, kinopy-paste ko lang dito sa template yung pinasa ng English teacher nila. Ayan, you have the learning competencies, the learning tasks, yung mga dapat ipagawa. Ayan. So, therefore, they will be guided talaga kung ano yung kailangan nilang i-accomplish sa Monday. Hindi sila malilito. 'Di ba? Alam nila kung ano yung mga sasagutan, ano yung babasahin, ano yung pag-aaralan. So, Monday, 7 to 11, and then, sa Monday naman, from 12 to 4 o'clock, ito naman yung Science 8. So, most probably, so based dito sa plan, ay mapapansin nyo, nakafocus lang sa dalawang subject yung students. For Monday, they have English 8 and Science 8. And then, ito yung kanilang magiging guide during Monday. Ano ba yung kailangan nilang sagutan? Ano ba yung project na kailangan nilang isubmit? And then, that will be submitted, personal submission of parents or guardians during Friday. Because we need to observe pa rin yung protocols ng IATF and DOH na kailangan 21 to 59 years old yung magsasubmit. And then, i-observe pa din yung mga halimbawa ay wearing of face mask, mga social distancing. Ayan, para safe. And then, Tuesday, you have here AP8. Ayan. So, I just copy-paste it doon sa teacher. So, hindi na kayo mahihirapan dito. So, kung ang focus nyo ayun talagang sa subject nyo, dito sa section nyo, you just copy-paste kung ano man yung isasubmit ng subject teacher. So, probably hindi ko pa ito tapos because meron pang kulang na subject. But hopefully, ay matatapos ko na din siya at kailangan nyo pa rin tong ipa-review or ipa-approve sa inyong principal, OIC, or head teacher para makapag-produce kayo ng copy. Okay, so halimbawa, ayan. So, ang ginagawa ko lang, ito yung talaga yung pinaka-template niya. Diba? Mapapansin nyo, wala pa siyang laman. Halimbawa, Mathematics 8, kokopihin ko muna yung sa akin. And then, yun. And then, yung learning task, copy, and then, ipe-paste ko lang doon kung ano yung day and time ng sa section ko. Halimbawa, yung math ko sa Rizal is every Tuesday, 7 to 11. Then, kokopyahin nyo lahat yung 8 weeks na plano ng teacher. You just copy-paste it. Ayan. So, yun po yung gagawin. So, kumbaga, diba, napipicture out niya na kung ano yung kahalagahan ng isang weekly home learning plan, lalo na sa mga parents at students. So, kaya, gumawa ko ng video tutorial para i-guide kayo or para i-share yung nalalaman ko pagdating sa paggawa ng weekly home learning plan. Ayan, halimbawa, ayan, kinokopya ko na po yung anong week na tayo. So, for week 5, ayan, I just copy-paste it. Then, pare-pares lang naman yung sa mode of delivery. Ayan, So, ganun lang po kadali, fellow teachers, ang paggawa ng isang weekly home learning plan. So, that concludes our video today. So, I hope that you'll learn something. So, sana ay naituro ko siya ng maayos or nakapagbigay ako or nakapag-share ako ng idea kung paano ba mag-prepare at mag-accomplish ng isang weekly home learning plan. So, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your co-teachers or friends para ma-share din natin sa kanila kung paano mag-craft ng isang weekly home learning plan. So, see you on my next video tutorial. So, thank you for watching and God bless us all.